Do you ever get into that position where there's inconsistency in team success? You've got one player who's doing great one month and not doing well the next, or then it switches and they're good at some things, but not hitting the targets on others. I experience that a lot when it comes to key performance indicators. When you got a result one month that's happening and three of those four KPIs are hit, but one isn't. And the next month, that team member comes back and they've got the first one done, but they're missing the next three. And then there's even more of a shuffle with different team members getting that inconsistent result. That used to happen to me in my retail background. And what I did was I started to establish behavioral coaching sessions. And so I would sit there and I'd measure those KPIs, but instead of coaching those numbers and saying, you're down in this KPI and up in that, I used them as the scoreboard and then started to talk about behaviors and asked a lot of open-ended questions to figure out what was causing that result. And I put that into my coaching structure, not just KPIs, but the dialogue around the behavior-based open-ended questions. And I try and say it like, imagine Nick Nurse with the Raptors at each timeout went, we're down by 6 points, go get 3 threes. It's not how they coach. The players know the score. They break down the behaviors on the court and they say, hey, listen, we're struggling on the defensive end. Why aren't we getting any rebounds? And players will give some feedback. I can't box out. Okay, try turning your shoulders, shuffling your feet quicker. And on the offensive end, why aren't we getting a higher shooting percentage number? Well, we're probably not taking great shots. Okay, let's move the ball inside out. And what you're seeing there is not the scoreboard, but the behavior coaching. So again, establish a process that talks about behaviors relative to the numbers, not just the numbers. Use my coach's quiz and find out how well you're connecting with your team and see how well you're setting them up for their goals and those key performance indicators. To me, the coaching quiz is one of the first tools I use when I go in and I do an analysis with the business. And I'm trying to diagnose what's going on and identify the areas to immediately add value. I try quickly to get to the measurable, but more importantly, the behaviors of the team that are causing the result. So go ahead and take that coach's quiz and see where you stand. Hope you enjoyed this tip.